Speaking of Sandman, I actually like him a lot as a person, and he's underrated as a performer. Do you have any stories about him to share with us?
Yeah, there was the time we were in Pensacola, Florida, and the Sandman got naked in the ring. That's crazy.
Oh, I heard about that. Yes, please. I think Just Incredibles talked about that. Could you share that one?
Yeah. So I knew it was going to be rough the day before because the day before we were in, my dogs are being annoying right now. Okay. We were in New Orleans and they, the Sandman and a bunch of the boys were drinking and smoking in the locker room and they were already, and I was like, man, we're in New Orleans. It's going to be a rough night. Bourbon Street might not make it. And then the next day was Pensacola. And when they showed up at the building, they looked like they didn't ever go to sleep. They looked like they just drank all night and all the way to the show. I mean, I was scared for them. So I think they made the matches like really nothing. He's just supposed to cut a promo. And in the back, he had dropped his drawers already, and people encouraged this behavior. I don't know why, but they did. They started throwing money at him, making it rain. And so I was like, oh, this is going to be bad because I don't think this is going to stop now. I think it's only getting worse. And sure enough, when he went out there, he was cutting his promo and then he couldn't even spell beer and he had a beer in his hand. And he goes, I'm going to get my next BER beer. And he was like, and then I'm going to give you everybody something to make them come or something like that. He dropped his pants. And he took a step and he fell on his face. I was standing next to Paul and Danny Doring and Chris Chetty, and we were looking at this and we were just like, oh my God, I can't believe he did this. And Paul was just like, oh my God. I saw a woman try to cover the eyes of her kid. There had been a radio station that had been covering this live. So people had left the show and heard about it on the radio. The Sandman was naked in the middle of the ring.
If there was cell phone cameras in that day, that would have been international news.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Follow us on Twitter at the Hannibal TV for instant updates.